What's up guys, welcome back to Crazy Devils. In today's video I'm going to be telling you all about my predictions for the three main lineups Duke is going to use this year, as well as my predictions for everyone's minutes. We're going to start by talking about my projected starting lineup, then we'll spend a little time talking about our key defensive lineup, before I finish it off by telling you about the death lineup that we're going to absolutely shred our opponents with this year. Then, at the end, I'm going to tell you about how many minutes I think everyone's going to play this year. Comment below, what is your projected starting lineup? Without further ado, let's hop right on in, starting with So my starting lineup has us having Tre Jones at the point, RJ Barrett and Cameron Reddish out on the wings, and then Zion Williamson and Javin DeLaurier down low. The reason I decided to start Javin over Marquise, even though most people think Marquise is going to start, is that both Javin and Marquise are going to give us defensive-minded players who are just down low in the paint, clogging up space. And I figured that Javin would give us more of an opportunity to get out and run than Marquise. He's a lot more athletic. I think this is going to be Duke's second best lineup, but I think this is the one that we're going to start because we want to start with, two bigs. And this is definitely a much better defensive lineup than the death lineup I'll be talking about later. I think this lineup's going to work really well. I think this lineup's going to be able to get out and run. The offense is mostly going to be RJ, Cam, and Zion slashing, and then Cam and RJ producing out on the wing. We'll see how much Zion can create off the dribble. Hopefully he can do a lot of that for us. And then we'll see if Javin can do much on offense. I have hopes, but he hasn't shown anything these past couple years, so we'll see. Next up, we have what is, of the three lineups that I'm convinced are going to play much time, the best defensive lineup. Obviously, our best defensive lineup would probably have Javin over Zion, but I don't see Javin and Marquise both getting minutes at the same time on the court, except for maybe in some really weird scenarios. So what this lineup gives us is Marquise down low, being that force like Carter was this year, blocking shots at the rim. And then he can set some picks and he can finish around the rim in ways that Javin maybe can't. But the reason that I don't have him starting is that this lineup's just not going to be able to get out and run quite as efficiently, because Marquise is not as fast, not nearly as fast as Javin is. But I could see this being our starting lineup. I could see this being one of our best lineups this year, and I definitely expect to see this lineup used a lot. And finally, we have the lineup that I really think is going to be Duke's best lineup far and away this year. I talked about this a little bit in a previous video, and this lineup has Tre Jones, Cameron Reddish, Alex O'Connell, RJ Barrett, and Zion Williamson. It pretty much defines positionless basketball. There's no true big. On defense, this lineup's just going to switch everything. There's going to be a lot of guys with long arms up in your face. Hopefully this lineup could play some really nice man-to-man. On offense, there's going to be a lot of nice spacing. You're surrounding all the guys. Everyone's got shooters, so everyone's got space to drive to the basket. This is going to be one hell of an offensive lineup that pretty much no one's going to be able to guard. Hopefully Alex has put on enough weight that he can stay on the court, because if not, then this lineup's not going to get to play much. But if you watched a previous video of mine, you should know that I really think Alex O'Connell is going to be the difference maker this year for Duke. And I think that this lineup, far and away, will be the lineup that Duke rolls out at the end of games, and it's going to be the lineup that's going to beat everyone else. No one's going to have an answer for five guys who can all produce a heck of a lot of offense. And I'm just really excited to see these guys play. I hope we get to see a lot of time with this lineup. And finally, we're going to get into my predictions for how many minutes guys are going to play. I wrote these minutes assuming the normal about 7.5 guy rotation that Coach K tends to run in close ACC games. So my predictions are Tre Jones is going to play about 33 minutes a game. I think he's not quite on the level of our top guys, so he's not going to quite play about the whole game, but he's going to be right behind them. He's going to be on the court a lot. He's just going to need to sit down on the bench occasionally. Next, I have RJ Barrett and Cam Reddish, who are both going to play about 35 minutes a game. The other 5 being when they rest or when they sometimes get into foul trouble is going to bring them down. I could easily see both these guys going for 40 minutes in a lot of close games. Next, we have Zion, who I'm projecting to be at about 30 minutes a game. Just because of his sheer size, I'm just not sure how much time he's going to be able to spend on the court. Also, freshman big men tend to get into foul trouble. We'll see how that works. And to round out the starting lineup, I have Javin playing about 23 minutes a game. We'll see if he can get to that, because he tended to foul everything in sight when he was on the court this year. But 23 minutes of Javin on the court is 23 minutes of pure hustle. It's energy, it's emotion, it's compassion, it's intensity. I think he does great things for us in this starting lineup. Then off the bench, I have Marquise getting about 21 minutes a game. He'll be in there to block the shots, get the rebounds, finish around the rim, provide leadership. I have him just a couple minutes below Javin, but he could end up averaging a couple minutes more than Javin. Then I have Alex, who I'm praying can actually play the 23 minutes that I have him projected at. I think he provides great shooting. He just opens up the court for all the offense to run around. You can't leave him alone, because he shot 49% from 3 this year. So a shooter's always going to have to be on him, which just leaves things more open for everyone else. And then when people get into foul trouble and can't play these minutes, I have Jack White stepping in to take whatever minutes there are. I think he'll be that next guy. He's got some experience. He gives us hustle. He gives us some good athleticism. And anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.